This sports podcast is rated TV MA18 and rated R for crass language, suggestive situations, fictitious hirings, and firings. Viewer discretion is advised. Y'all know beat bringing is Big Vern in the booth doing his thing in. Ha ha. We had a good show lined up for you today. We talked some scheduling issues at LSU. It was very problematic. It's very back end heavy. Some of these teams may have taken bad losses, so a win over certain teams may not even help the Tigers. And if that's the case, where do you see them falling if they don't make it to the college playoff? So make sure you check that segment out. Then we pivoted. We talked the NFL versus Brian Flores. His lawyers just received a treasure trove of documents from the NFL's attorneys that helped conduct the hiring. And this is involving the Rooney Rule. He has charged them with discrimination. And he says, well, his lawyers, they allege they have the smoking gun document that may flip this whole case on its head. The NFL has hit that with a classification to keep it out of the realm of public opinion so we can never see the document. And if they don't have anything to hide, why would they do that? Make sure you check out that segment. Then we pivoted. We talked some USC football, the Trojans. They have the number one recruiting class in the country. They also have the worst schedule in the Big Ten. I don't know why you would get this much weaponry to play San Diego State. I don't know why you would be playing Pasadena Tech or whoever, community college. That is just red meat to the base. They only have 3 serious games on the schedule. And they have to win 2 out of those 3. They cannot lose all of those games and then try to make it in on their body of work. It doesn't exist. Then we talk Kevin Garnett. He finally gets his number retired in Minnesota. The former owner of the team snaked him, told him he was going to go ahead and give him minority ownership. He didn't. Pulled the rug out from up under him, traded him as soon as his coach passed away and transitioned to be with his forefathers. Make sure you check that out. Glad to see that finally happened. Now I'm going to talk a little Florida State, FSU. Mike Norvel, he's another guy who isn't playing anybody. And we will walk through this when we get back on the other side of the content. It's your boy Big Vern. Give me a beat. What up? It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios. And we pushing a new rap album this month. Dragon Breath, Inspector Deck, and Wu-Tang Clan. In stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is Never Fold, Lighter Fluid, The System, Up at Night. Flight School with Cheddar Bang is my song. Man, that goes extremely hard. Then there's Burgundy, Cold Case with Ransom. Man, I had to listen to that like 3 times. Ransom has the bar of the month. Real, you got the thirst. If you got the will, the hunger to win, or just the thirst to shine, man, his whole verse was crazy in that one. Divine Protection, Zargrande, and Explicit Material. Yo, Inspector Deck, Wu-Tang Clan, Dragon Breath, in stores now. Yo, shout out to Inspector Deck, Dragon Breath. We thought it was hot. Make sure you go ahead and check it out. New hip hop drops this weekend. We'll be go ahead and listening to it. You know how we do it. So, Florida State. It's another team that's going to underachieve as normal. Mike Norvel is under immense pressure, or he can be let go in the middle of the season if the Seminoles start to fall apart. He's already had to fire his friends who followed him down to Tallahassee. He's also had to give a portion of his new contract back to the university. I can only speculate that Gus Malzahn being put on the Florida State staff, he had nothing to do with it because their interactions looked even more forced, clunky, and it looked like they were going to bump heads at times. However, his new offensive coordinator, Mr. Tim Harris, he was hired in February of this year, and he was the co-offensive coordinator, the wide receiver coach, and the offensive coordinator for the Florida State Seminoles. Who cares? Now, with 17th ranked recruiting class this year, it's the number 2 ranked recruiting class in the ACC. If things start to go sideways, he could find himself out of a job around Halloween. If the Seminoles lose to SMU, Alabama's win won't mean much. But if they beat Alabama, now you put the Crimson Tide in a spot because that's their highest ranking out of conference opponent. Again, this is the problem when you pick names and hope for the best. You need to look at the entire body of work and see who they are playing and when did they play them at this time. The reason that I'm doing all of this is to show you that the fix is in. There are no bigger marks than football fans, because once this thing gets going, the SEC teams, they play absolutely nobody. They rank them high. They will never fall. So while you spin your wheels trying to play the biggest and best competition to sharpen your tools in the tool bag to help you get into the college football playoffs, they will not do that. This is all about money. This is all about them acquiring so many spots and forcing other conferences that either being lower tier bowl games or be a patsy when you get into a certain specific college playoff bracket. I digress. This is common sense, and it's an approach to building that schedule. They have serious problems in October because they spend majority of the month on the road. Louisville is a problem for Florida State. Then the battle for Florida as they trade hands in the Orange Bowl with the Canes cartel. That's a very physical, punishing, relentless game. Then they get a home game with Clemson. Now, they can't lose all of those games because that would be the end of Mike Norvel. They have to beat Clemson. Now, this would be a Clemson team that would have taken damage from LSU in a rebuilding year because Cade Klubnik has just declared for the NFL. He's gone. So Dabo is starting all over, and Clemson is in a down season. So if a down season Clemson comes to town and they beat the number 2 ranked recruiting class in the ACC, again, Mike Norvel, you see the problems. The final 3 conference opponents is just seriously weak sauce. Boston College isn't a threat to anyone, anywhere, for any reason. Pitt late in the season is a grueling game. It's old school. It's 5-yard fight between the tackles and on the edges. NC State is just a waste of time. No analysis needed. No analysis given. Sorry, not sorry. I should care more. Then Florida, they wrap it up in the conclusion of the Sunshine State trilogy. And it's not a marquee name on their resume. They're just playing the Gators, which are in a rebuild. They have Summerall. He's a new coach. He's there to be the whipping post in the SEC. He's not going to do much. So a win over Florida is like, yay! Again, it's 13th grade. Now the over-under for the Gators, the over-under for the Seminoles is looking like 6-6. And at best, it's looking like 7-5. And if that's the best at 7-5 that they can do, Mike Norvel, he might as well pack his bags, have his wife put the house up for sale, and roll his kids in a town, in a city and state that he likes. And he should hit the road because it's not going to get better. However, Seminole fans, FSU alums, y'all know the drill. I love you all.
Dun, 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 dun. Well, that's the show. Thank you all for joining us. We had a great time. Make sure you smash the like and subscribe button and share the content. This is Big Vern, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.